Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Burnout, featuring myself, Kimberly Bowman, the OR for the number 24, Chase Elliott, and my wonderful co-host, Emily Luther, the OR for the number 21, O'Brien Blaney. No big news to talk about this week, so we're just going to cut the broadcast short, and thank you for joining us. Oh, wait a minute. Big news coming out this week.
This week has been so great.
If y'all have not already heard, the number 43 has been taken by someone named Darrell Wallace Jr. Do you know who that is?
No idea. I have no idea who Darrell Wallace Jr. is. I'm so excited for him. I am so excited. He's making history in this sport. He's so talented. He deserves this. I am so glad that Richard Petty didn't let him go. I have cold chills just thinking about it. I am so excited for the 2018 season now.
Yeah. Yep, pretty big news. Of course, we still have a few drivers who don't have a ride. Of course, Eric Almirola, he's still kind of up in the air.
The 10 still isn't filled, though, just saying.
Right. I was discussing that with my dad today, and I was thinking, I don't know if I could see him in the 10.
I don't know who I see in the 10. That's the problem. Who I want to be in the 10, they're never going to put in the 10, and that's frustrating. But
that would be
Casey Kane. But yeah. I think I hate that Hendrick wasn't a good fit for Casey. I really do. I think at a different time, maybe it would have been, but I hate that it wasn't, because Hendrick is such a good fit for certain drivers. I mean, look at Jimmy Johnson. Look at Jeff Gordon. I'm not going to use Earnhardt Jr. as a comparison because we were promised a championship, and that clearly is not happening before he retires. So, not bitter about that. But I mean, you look at Chase.
Chase is going down the drain.
Huh?
Never mind. We'll talk about that in a
minute. Chase, he might not have his first win yet, but he is so talented. He works well within that organization. Rick Hendrick adores him. He has a great mentor, not just with his father, but with Jeff Gordon. So, I really hate that Hendrick didn't work out for Casey. And, Casey's never really been the same since Loeffler passed a few years ago. I mean, that was one of Casey's best friends. He just hasn't been the same since. And to be honest, I don't think I would if I was in Casey's position. And a big part of Casey's frustration is he loves dirt track racing. He always has. He always will. That's where his roots are. And right after Loeffler died, Hendrick put a stop to Casey racing in dirt. And so I think Casey's definitely been affected by that. At this point, I want to see him happy. If that means he leaves the Cup Series and, focuses on dirt again, then fine, so be it. But I honestly think he'd make a great addition to Stewart-Haas. I really do. I mean, he would have Tony as his boss, who can understand on a level that other drivers can't understand because, as we all know, Tony loves dirt track racing. So I think that would be a good fit, but I don't know that they necessarily would put him there. Mm-hmm. I don't think Eric Almirola is talented enough to be put in the Stewart-Haas car. I'm sorry if that's wrong to say, but I just don't believe in it.
And we have another little bit of a dispute with Matt Kenseth.
Oh, that was so great. I don't mean great, that it happened to Kenseth. I mean great as in I think all of the fans finally recognized NASCAR's inconsistency. I think it was oh my gosh, it's really happening.
I really don't know where to begin with explaining the whole process to the viewers who may have been living under a rock and missed that whole ordeal.
I got it. You need me to take it? Because I can do it.
Okay. I mean, I could, but I mean, just
I've listened to the explanations from both sides, and when I get it, I just don't get why it was such a drastic penalty. It was almost when they wouldn't let him do anything. It was literally when they wouldn't let
one crew member feels awful.
Like, you ruined his entire season. Literally just ruined it. So,
well, maybe his final season.
Yeah, it could be his final season. Like, that's not fair. And, you know, I get it. They explain, a lot of analysts explained it, and I understand the difference. For those of you who are unsure of the difference, I'm going to run through it really quickly. There were two situations in Sunday's race where Matt Kenseth had too many people over the pit wall. He had 7, which you're supposed to have 6.
One person.
Huh? Just one person.
Just one.
And Truex Jr. literally did it the next caution.
I did not get that. I did not know that.
Yeah, so Truex Jr. did it the next caution. However, even though he had 7 people, there is a distinct difference as to why. So there's a miscommunication on Kenseth's team. They had a miscommunication, and too many tire carriers went out at once. So that caused there to be 7 people over the wall instead of 6. You're only supposed to have 6 that are working on the car. This little loophole rule that NASCAR threw in.
Gosh.
For Truex Jr. was that he was allowed 7 people over the wall because the 7th person wasn't working on the car. He was working for the driver because he was ripping off the windshield tear off.
Oh my.
So that is literally the loophole that has occurred.
Oh my. Gosh, I must have been on bathroom break because I missed that.
Yeah, and because of it, Truex Jr. is now, you know, he made it to the top 8. He's moving on, which, you know, I'm all for. Truex has dominated the season. And
yeah, absolutely.
If he would have lost it, I mean, it would have been his own dang fault. But Kenseth, because of one person, because of the team's mistake, not his mistake, the team's mistake, he is now no longer competing for the championship in what could be his last season with NASCAR in the Cup Series because he doesn't have a ride for next year. They completely screwed him.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the difference.
Like you said, the inconsistency in the rules. I mean, that was a blatant illustration. I mean, you get sort of why there would be a difference, but still, if your rule is only 6 members should be over the wall, you should stick to that no matter what they're doing. I mean, that little loophole just.
I mean, it's their inconsistency is consistent at this point. Like, that's the sad part. As messed up as that sounds, their inconsistency is so consistent. Like, I can guarantee and I can easily bet on it that NASCAR is going to be inconsistent about something during a race weekend. I mean, look at what just happened to Joey Logano a few weeks ago. Right. Look at Ryan. Ryan got pushed to the back of the field for something that they should have caught in pre-qualifying inspection. But they apparently didn't catch it until post-qualifying inspection. I'm calling bull on that one. Mm-hmm. Not just because he's my partner. Just saying.
Right. I know we mostly talk about here, but there was some incident in Xfinity that brought a lot of hoo-ha.
I did not catch the Xfinity race this weekend. My apologies.
I'm forgetting. I think Eric Jones was involved. Okay, anyway, but there's a big dispute on who. I wish I could get an article on it to get all my facts right before I start saying things. Basically, I think it was Eric Jones who made a move to.
I did see. It was funny because I did get a notification on my phone from NASCAR that was like 70 or whoever Eric Jones spins or whatever, and I'm like, why am I getting a notification right now?
Yeah.
Why is that happening? I never get notifications like that.
There should be an article on here. It was that big because, I mean, just hearing Larry McReynolds talked about the incident afterwards, and he was like, all right, y'all wanted old school racing? Well, these guys are doing it, so shut up. I mean, that's not what he said, but, you know, basically what we talked about on here. I mean, there are finally some drivers doing some old school things, and now it's seeing kind of like.
Yeah.
So that's basically what happened. I don't have all the details to remember and recall until I found an article on it, but that was basically the gist of it. One of the drivers made a move to try to win the race, and they saw it as being mean on the track or something like that. That is so lame in terms, it's not even funny. But I really wish I could get an article on it.
I just hate that, like, don't be a hypocrite. Don't be picking and choosing what is right and what is wrong, and
right.
You're not the ultimate judger, so stop it. And how can you sit there and say that knowing very well that you've done it yourself? I mean, come on, seriously.
We did have penalties in Xfinity this week, but not Cup.
Excuse you, we had one annoying penalty in Cup, technically.
What?
It just doesn't count because it was pre-race.
Oh.
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. In case you didn't catch on.
I'm still looking for that.
I'm so grateful. So, Wood Brothers, I don't know who it was. Here, I know, I just recently tweeted about it. Hold on. I retweeted a tweet from Wood Brothers. And it was, hold on. Actually, I might have just liked it instead. Hold on, give me a second. I'm finding it. Give me a second. My Twitter is kind of full with everything that happened in my hometown this past weekend, so I gotta find it. Oh, here it is. So they tweeted on Monday. Think about this for a second. You'll lose yourself in the what ifs, but it's pretty interesting to think about. And so this kind of gave me peace of mind after the whole penalty during post-qualifying inspection, because I'm not kidding. The definition of an angry ginger, my name was probably under it for sure after that happened, but whatever. So this is what Wood Brothers tweeted. I don't know what you call this type of thinking, but it's something I do a lot. Had we not gotten our qualifying penalty, the entire course of events through the race would have been different. It's very likely that had we started third, we wouldn't have ended up making it. It's even more likely that had we started third, Kenseth may have made it because the big wreck most definitely wouldn't have happened as it did. Every single thing that happened had to happen exactly as it did to result in today's outcome. So maybe it's a good thing we had that trouble in post-qualifying tech. I can tell you that that provided a lot of clarity in a very angry and heated moment for me. Because I got the NASCAR notification from the NASCAR app. I was so mad. Like, my shirt was as red as my face was as red as the shirt I have on right now. I was that mad. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Livid. Like, it was just awful. But I do believe that. I believe in what the Wood Brother, whoever runs that account, I need to meet them because I feel like I relate to them on a level that like just can't be explained. I love that account. Yeah, it's a spiritual, like they're like me, but it might be in a male form. I don't know yet. But we'll see. I'm gonna see if I can meet up with them next year. At one of the
creepy or anything.
But yeah. But you know, I do think that had things have happened the way they should have without that inspection failure and everything, I don't know, maybe we wouldn't have made it to the top 8. Maybe we wouldn't. I don't know, but I'm sure as hell really glad we did.
And this marks Chase Elliott having made it farther in the chase than he did last year. So
yes, it does.
Is that the same for Blaney?
Blaney didn't make the playoffs last year.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, excuse me.
You're fine. So he's really making it farther. Let me tell you.
Okay, Chase got okay.
Let me tell you. And can I just say, what a breath of fresh air it was this weekend that, like, they didn't mention the cancer word in the Victory Lane post-race interviews.
They did?
No, they didn't, because Furniture Row had just lost one of the pit crew members, so that's what they focused on. But I'm just like, can we stop making the poor guy cry in every Victory Lane interview? Like, can we stop? Let him be happy.
I mean, you understand the sentiment, but yeah, you can say things a little too much sometimes.
Gosh, like, come on, let him be happy. Don't be hateful.
Yeah. Also, news this week. Do what?
I forget what I was going to say. I was thinking, but now I can't remember.
We have a new crew chief for Casey Kane in 2018 that they announced.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Travis Mack, a name that I actually have never heard of before. He is the car chief for Junior, actually, with the number 88.
I'm just... I don't know.
Okay, what's the difference between a car chief and a crew chief?
I don't know. I'm still not over the fact that TJ Majors announced that he was leaving. So
yeah,
I can't.
Briefly saw something about that.
I can't like focus on anything but that when it comes to crew members right now.
Like, stop. This is definitely.
I can to do with the race that I can't remember what I was going to say.
You have to admit this. I've said it before and I'll say it again, but this silly season has been probably the worst roller coaster ride of them all.
I have whiplash from it. Whiplash.
Just wait. Just you wait till 2018. Like I said, we need just to do a whole all-season broadcast about here's what you have to prepare for.
I think I figured it out. I'm going to cut a square, like a rectangle around the 1 and the 2 on my hat and just switch them and re-sew them. I'm not going to like actually cut the outline on the number because then it won't fit back in the other side. I'm going to cut a rectangle. We're just going to switch them. See? I see nothing wrong with this.
Or just put it in a mirror. Look at it in the mirror all the time.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Gosh. I'm so excited for the 2018 season, though. Like, I know that, like, we're still in the 2017 season and champion hasn't even been decided and blah, 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 blah. But after all the announcements this season, I am just ready for 2018 season.
Yeah, me too. It's going to take probably maybe by, I don't know, April, we'll be used to it.
So, I'm not going to
numbers.
In April, when that announcement came out, like, I was devastated. I think I cried for 2 weeks straight. Like, I think I couldn't even look on social media without seeing something about him retiring, and I literally just cried all the time. It was awful. Like, I know it seems really dramatic, but, like, I've watched the guy since I was 3. It was awful. And I honestly didn't know how I was going to feel about next year with NASCAR and how, you know, my opinion was going to change. I mean, I look at Caitlin, who lost Jeff Gordon and then loses Carl unexpectedly. And I wonder, like, how she can still be so passionate. And I know that, like, that passion hasn't died. Like, she's still very passionate. But I know that it did take a toll on her. So I was concerned about how after this season I would handle it. And let me just say one thing. Ryan going to the 12 and Bubba going to the 43 has really changed my outlook for the 2018 season.
Yeah, I bet that's really helped to smooth things over.
Yeah, like I know, like, BK, I have a weird relationship with him for sure. because like I didn't like him for a few years and now I love him again. But like, I wanted to find a driver that like would be around for a while besides Ryan, because I think it's completely impossible to just be devoted to one driver. I'm just saying, it's very hard.
Did you see that throwback picture today with the NASCAR Next?
Oh my god, I like cried. I had looking on it. Such little baby faces. You could have squeezed their little cheeks. It was so cute. I loved it.
Okay, and how old were they all in that picture? Because I'm guessing younger than me. Have to be.
Ryan might have been like 16 in that picture.
Oh, really? That young?
NASCAR Next. Let me check for sure. I'm pretty sure Ryan.
That can't be totally right, because isn't he? He's a little bit older than Chase, so and Chase would have had to have been around that age.
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm checking his website because it'll tell you when he was part of NASCAR Next. Because if I know what year it was, I can figure it out because Ryan's the same age as I am.
And Chase is the same age as I am.
Weird. Hold on, wait. I shared that picture. Give me a second. I was like, wait a minute. I know I shared that. Hold on. I actually think
I saw it.
Yep. How long ago is that? I'm trying to figure this out because now I want to know, but I'm pretty sure he was just a little baby.
Let's see. We will find it first.
Of course, everything I find is about his webcast or his podcast. They're like the same thing at this point, whatever.
Come on, it's not what I wanted.
Okay, so Ryan was in the NASCAR K&N series in 2011. So we were 18.
Okay, that sounds a little better. That would put. Cause how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, and I'm 21, and Chase is the same age as me.
Yeah, he must have been 18. Ryan must have been 18.
So that means Chase would have been math. 16? 15? I think he's mighty young.
Yeah, Chase was probably 16.
If they were in the same class, it is.
They were. The five of the picture I shared today, those five were in the same class. That was like, yeah, so they were all in the same class.
And who else was in that picture? I think it was.
So in the picture, it was Chase, Bubba, Larson, Suarez, and Blaney.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. I saw a tweet by Alex Bowman, so sorry.
Oh. Well, Alex, so cute, little cutie. I don't know if you saw it, but Andy Petrie is going back to RCR as a advisor.
Just before we came on, in fact.
I saw that too, actually. Right before it.
Does that mean he is leading broadcasting?
Do we want the playoff standings before we head into track facts?
Oh, how dare you curse on our broadcast.
Sorry.
This is rated G, and you said playoff.
Maybe.
Well, it's PG.
Okay. Truex Jr.
Don't let the little children hear that word.
First. There's nobody's gonna catch him. I'm just saying. Anyways. Kyle, how is this possible? God bless it.
Right.
Kyle is in second. Do you see my face? I'm annoyed. In third is Brad Keselowski. In fourth is Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Hamlin, Blaney, Elliott's in last. You're frozen. Gosh darn it. Hello. I think Kimberly froze.
You're still cool.
Kimberlina. I think her data cut out on her again, guys. She's not answering. I don't know, like, if it's still, like, live or not. It says it is. So, we'll go into track facts for this week. We're at Martinsville, which is everyone's favorite track. It is about a half a mile. So it's a short track. We're racing for 500 laps, which is 263 miles. Oh, I went too fast on the page, my bad. Stage 1 will end at lap 130, stage 2 at lap 260. And the last stage will end at 500, except for if there's overtime. Give me 1 second. We're waiting to find out some other track facts. Our April 2016 race winner was Kyle Busch. October race winner was Jimmy Johnson. And our April 2017 winner at Martinsville was Brad Keselowski. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, not permanently, just a second.
I already did track facts.
I'm on the house Wi-Fi again. The hotspot dunked out. Let me see if I can get back on. Just a second.
I did track facts already. My bad. I was just keeping it going.
All right, just a second. I'm trying to get back on. My dad will be yelling in here. We are connected. All right, back. Where were we?
I already did track facts. So that's really awkward. My beat.
All right, at least you did it. The broadcast didn't cut without me there.
No, it still said it was live, so I went through with it. Sorry if I didn't hear it. My bad.
Thank you for keeping it going.
I mean, I sounded really awkward.
I don't know what's causing that. It just, just went flat out. I don't know if it has a time limit or what.
That's weird. I don't know. Who did I pick last weekend?
You still there?
Yeah. Who did I pick last weekend?
I don't remember.
I think it was Brad. Damn it, so I was going to pick him again this weekend. Mikey.
So we're at Martinsville this week.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
April race winner was Brad Keselowski. October race winner was Kyle Busch.
I'm not picking Busch, you know that. So who am I picking this week?
I'm going with BK again. I think this is like the third week in a row. Sorry, y'all, but it's coming.
All right, then I'm going to go with Chase. See, at 24, get a grandfather car again. Maybe it'll be his first one. That would be so appropriate. You know, he would get his first win at the place that, you know, Jeff Gordon got his last win. I don't know. Maybe it'd be an appropriate good luck. Maybe.
Full circle.
Yes. Yes. Full circle. I tell you what, he's come close so many darn times. It ain't even funny.
I know. I feel bad for the poor guy. He'll get there.
He will. Just look at Jeff Gordon's statistics. He didn't win his first race until I think it was his third year.
That is very true.
I think there's way more pressure because even though like in Jeff Gordon's day he had heroes from back in the day, I don't know, there still was this like newer essence to it, live up to something. They were kind of forging their own way, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm just making up things, but it's like now all the drivers are coming up, the newer drivers. I don't know, there's like this like the double higher standard because you've got these 2 or 3 generations behind them that they're, you know, having to live up to. I guess there's a little bit more pressure, I guess, for them than it probably was for Jeff Gordon or the others. Not that they didn't have their own pressure they put on themselves because of their heroes that they watched growing up, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So, if you've done track facts and we've made our picks, are we done?
Yeah.
I missed half of that. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight.
#Dunzo.
What? Is that a thing, or did you just make that up?
No, #Dunzo. It's from Laguna Beach originally, but apparently you've never watched that show, so never mind.
What show?
Laguna Beach.
No. But I've seen a lot, trust me. Because to be honest, when you said that, I thought of the Fonz and Happy Days, so.
That's funny.
I don't know why. All right, bringing it back together. Thank you guys for watching tonight and putting up with us. But you enjoy it because y'all keep coming back for more. So thank you all for watching, and don't forget to tune in next week at the same time for our Martinsville recap and preview of Texas. I do believe.
Yep.
Right? Texas is next, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I would never forget that. So join us next week at 9 Eastern right here on the NASCAR Female YouTube channel for that wonderful, wonderful content. And subscribe to our channel and turn that bell icon on so you will not miss a beat. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and check out NASCARFemale.com. And we will see you all next week. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Have a great evening, guys.
Bye, y'all.